Come on in, you guys. Welcome to the show. This is the Arroyo Show. My name is Brandon Arroyo. If it's your first time here, please give it a thumbs up and a subscribe. What a guest we have for you today. You can see her portraying the role of Amanda Bobbsey, the twin on the CW's Nancy Drew. Please welcome AADILA DOSANI.
Hey, what is up?
What's up? I could seriously stare out that window this entire interview. I'm going to do my best not to do it. What a view. My gosh.
No, it's not bad, right? Listen, I will not take offense if you do, because I'm definitely doing it on this screen right now. Sorry. You know?
I'm not even offended. I feel like that view, the snow-capped mountaintops, just beautiful. My goodness. Where are you located right now?
It's wild. I'm in Vancouver right now.
Very cool. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Beautiful. Absolutely wonderful. All right. Let's go ahead and dive into the interview because, I mean, that's what we're here to do. Nancy Drew, the episodes with Amanda Bobbsey. What a way to start your March. Talk to me about it and just jumping into that role. What was that like for you?
Oh, man. It was wild. So I guess initially, I had no idea I was playing one of the Bobbsey twins when this whole process started. And so when I found that out, I was like, sorry, what? Because I'm like an avid sleuther. I've read all the Nancy Drews, all the Hardy Boys, the Bobbsey twins. My mom has all of the old school, hardcover books of them. The ones where they were printed way back in the day where it fades. And then there's this cool sepia filter on it. And so it was wild. It was so cool. And then it was honestly a dream come true for me, but for her more so, I'd say, because she's just in it.
So has your mom been able to see any of the any clips yet? She'd be able to watch the whole deal?
Oh, yeah. So my mom loves this show. She's been watching it since season 1. And she doesn't even PVR it. She watches it in live time.
Wow.
She's so obsessed. So when I called her to give her the news, she's like, okay, so this is what you need to know about this relationship and this relationship and this character and this character. And this is the tension between them. And where do you think you're going to fit in? And this, and you need to know this, and you need to know that they deal with this. And I was like, whoa, oh, thank you so much for doing my work.
Gotta love the mom's character development right there. She already knows your arc. She knows what's coming.
Yeah, she knows what's up. The moms always do, right?
That's so awesome. Now, this one in particular was a little bit different than what was in the book, correct? The way that they portray Amanda in this one. She's a little bit more of a ruggedy kind of deal, right?
She totally is, yeah. So in the books, there are 2 sets of pretty affluent Caucasian twins, whereas in this rendition of it, it's just 2 South Asian kids who are pretty rough around the edges. I mean, they grew up pretty hard, which you get to kind of uncover in this season, which is pretty rad. Their storylines are so dope. And then not to mention the fact that I get to play a twin with a guy who grew up in the same hometown as me.
Yeah.
Which I feel was so sick. But yeah, they totally, it's a really great rendition. And I feel this version of the show is so relatable because this season they deal with a lot of issues I feel we've all been dealing with in terms of mental health, what's real, what's not real, how do the narratives that we create in our heads affect our relationships, what's healthy, what's not. So it's pretty dope. Yeah.
That's all. Now, so diving into this character a little bit more. So Amanda Bobbsey, how did you find portraying this character? What do you admire about her? What obviously is a little rough around the edges, some parts of her.
Some parts of her. I feel when we look at her and Gil's relationship, he's the rougher one, in terms of he's the one who's kind of finding it really hard to break out of how we grew up in our past. Whereas Amanda, she's a curious cat. She is hopeful. She wants to experience the world on her terms. And she kind of wants to just live because she knows there's something better. And I feel that's just, and the way she's been written is so wonderful. And I feel that's been the dopest part, to be able to embody a character that is just so curious and wants to take it all in through all of these adventures that the Drew crew go on. And very unexpected from where she came from. Right. So she's so curious. That's the one thing I love about her is her curiosity.
All right, so you guys can check it out. There's many things to love about her, and many things to love about this series in general. As you mentioned, the books, the novels. I feel anytime you have a story that is, relates back to something you can tangibly have in your hands and read as a novel, there's just some sort of attachment to it, which is always really exciting. So there's tons of Nancy Drew fanatic fans out there. So all you Nancy Drew fans, be sure to give a little extra eye to Amanda and say, yeah, I remember watching her in that interview. All right. Grew up in Calgary, Alberta, Canada. I gotta say, whenever I hear Calgary, Alberta, I instantly think of Bret Hart. I'm not. Yes, same with you.
Bret the Hitman Hart.
Oh, yeah.
Get it right.
Bret the Hitman Hart. There was a Calgary Hitman, right? There was a team named after that whole deal.
Yeah, like hockey.
A hockey team.
Yeah, the hockey team. Yeah, yeah. No, Calgary's wild, man. Like, I love it. It is a smaller town. People think it's such a small town, but it's pretty. I don't know. It's like full of culture. I love the people. Listen, we get the Stampede, okay? How can you not love being in Calgary in the summer? It gets buck wild in July.
For those of us that have not made the trip up to Calgary yet, what can you tell us about Calgary to get us those last couple TripAdvisor steps over to Calgary?
Right? Okay, well, Calgary's amazing. We're kind of like right by the Rockies. And so like once you're there, you can go explore Lake Louise and Banff, which are stunning. But I feel like Calgary has a really cool art scene that people aren't aware of. Like there's a lot of cool new theater that kind of like emerges there. We have a dope like independent film scene.
Really?
Which I feel like, not a lot of people know about, but like there are some really, really cool artists, like low key indie artists there who do a lot of great work. And then like, it's like a little Texas, Kate. Listen, like you can line dance. The food is amazing. We got the Stampede.
It's going down in Calgary.
It's going down. I like my hometown.
That's awesome. And obviously, okay, we already mentioned, in addition to the line dancing, in addition to the theater, Bret Hart was there, who's a badass, but you're kind of a badass yourself there too. Over at the University of Toronto, the rugby team, what was that all about? How did you get involved with that? The only female member of the championship rugby team, correct?
No, I don't know. I don't know what I was thinking. Listen, I just like, so at the University of Toronto, it's kind of like split. It's super like Harry Potter, where it's like split up, right?
Love
into
it.
like little colleges. And so at that college that we were at within the University of Toronto, there was no women's rugby team. And like rugby had become such an outlet for me. Listen, I was never very good in high school, but then I was like, I'm going to get better. I got to like prove all of my high school friends who chirped me so hard that I can do it. Like I got chirped. And there was no rules saying a girl couldn't play on the men's team. So I was like, I'm going to do it. I am not going to lie. It wasn't easy. Listen, the captain, like they were trying to get me off that team every practice, every week, but I hate it when people tell me I can't do something. So backfired on them.
I love it. And that kind of mindset, I mean, the fact that you have that is great for something like the acting community because it is such a difficult position to get into as well. So I think the fact that you were able to go through that in college, I don't know, just built up that I'm going to do what I want to do mentality for when you got into theater, I would imagine.
Totally. And it like, listen, like being on that team wasn't easy, but like the one thing you learn is like, if you really want something, you got to put your foot down and do it. And I cry. I think I've never cried as much as I did those couple years playing on that team. I would legit have to like pretend I was going to go pee because I had to cry. Cause I was like, I don't know if I can do this. Like these dudes are insane. But you learn like break through your fears. And I feel like that's huge, right? That's the only way you grow as a person. And I had to do that, and I had to do that fast. And like, you get a backbone. My backbone grew. Became very real.
Are there any photos from your rugby days on your Instagram?
Yeah, I think there's one or two, like way down deep in there.
Because I want to go and I want to put up a picture of Rugby AADILA right here on the interview because I think we all deserve to see some rugby DOSANI on our Thursday afternoon here.
Yeah. Legit.
She is AADILA DOSANI. You can see her portraying the role of Amanda Bobbsey on the CW's Nancy Drew. As we begin to wind down the interview, I have something called the Final Five. They're the last 5 interview questions of the day, and they are all about you at this moment in your life. The first question is the who. So who do you speak with the most right now?
Myself.
There it is. I love it. Why not?
Like, I'm not joking. I talk to myself all the time.
Yeah.
People probably think I'm cuckoo bananas. It's, I don't know, a thing.
In quarantine, that happens, and I love that this interview now has a Bret Hart reference, a Harry Potter reference, and a cuckoo bananas drop in it. What more could you want?
I mean, I'm just saying, here to represent.
What item do you use each day other than your phone?
Oh, okay. Okay, so I use, I'm really into flossing my teeth these days.
It's a good thing to be into.
It is, but I have this gap in my teeth that I just haven't had time to like get fixed. So stuff, is always getting stuck in there. And so I found those like real cool, like pick flosses on both ends. I feel like I go through half a bag a day.
Yeah.
That's what I use the most. It's, I don't know if that's good or bad. This is where I'm at.
AADILA, this is one of my favorite interviews of the year so far. You are one of the most open people, and I love it. I am living for this right now. We're going to the when. When did you know that you wanted to pursue acting?
Oh, shoot. I was really young. I think probably when I was like 7 or 8, my parents put me into a lot of athletic programs. Mostly like in the water and on ice. And I failed at both exponentially. Like I was bad. And I feel like they were so embarrassed. So they plucked me out of like all water and ice sports and put me in a community theater. Thank God. And then that's kind of where I got the bug. But it was like, it was ugly for a while. Like, I don't think I'll ever learn how to swim or skate. It is what it is.
I'm going to be honest. I'm one of those people that when they first step out on the ice, they do that kind of Looney Tunes Daffy Duck kind of quick step, and then boom, you're down.
Boom, you're done.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then you can't get up, and then you keep falling, and you're like, well.
5 years from now, I see this happening. We are both going to get invited to some sort of Los Angeles charity hockey event, and we are both about to be on the ice the majority of the afternoon.
Yeah, we totally are. As long as we can wear like mascot outfits, like I just want to do, in like the intermissions where they like have people come out in like the big suits, the sumo suits.
Yep. Oh,
we're going to be doing that.
Okay, I'm down. Let's plan it. 5 years from today, sumo suits on the ice, ARROYO DOSANI. It's going down.
It's going down. The Kings and the Flames. Boom.
What? All right. Yeah. Where is your dream vacation?
Oh, shoot. Dream vacation. Dude, I haven't even thought about that.
Anywhere in the world. I mean, we got quarantine time right now. So where will you go when you can go? When there's no restriction?
Okay, I know this is so basic, but I don't even care. I just like want to be in one of those bougie huts, like in Bali or something, with the clear water that you can like dip into, and then you go back into your hut, and then you go back into the water. I know it's like so cliche, but I don't even care.
You know what? We need to call somebody. Was it MTV VH1? They always have shows there, but it's always some sort of like dating, whatever. Get us normal, non-dating people in there into some huts and some clear water.
Legit.
All I want.
I don't want to date. I don't want to do a roundabout date. No.
All I want is my hut, my little drink with the umbrella in it. I'm going to go bougie.
Drink.
Yep.
Yeah.
I feel it.
That's it.
That's what it is.
It's what it is. This is where we're at.
Final question of the final 5. How do you define success?
Oh, shit. Sorry.
You're totally fine.
Okay. I mean, success is only defined by like all the failure and downs you have to go through, I guess. For me, anyway, that's where success came. I fail a lot. I fall on my ass all the freaking time. But it's only, I think, those moments where I've really learned to kind of get back up. And that's what's kind of taken me to the next level.
Yeah. And just like rugby, you keep on rolling.
You keep on rolling. And then you learn that like it's kind of fun and it's okay. Okay, listen. No, I lied. It's not that fun. But like in hindsight, it's fun.
Yeah. She is AADILA DOSANI. You can see her portraying the role of Amanda Bobbsey on the CW's Nancy Drew. All right, AADILA, thank you so much. We appreciate you giving us some of your time today and letting us share in the amazing view of your window there.
Yes. You're so welcome.